Continuing part 3, the story of the scroll, the path of evolution. Which is right. The queen too has a Mishnah for women. It is identical to that of the men, and the queen shows the women the king's palace and all its treasures. In the world of Ahasuerus, women play a great part. In the world of exile, it is of immense importance to know the outside. People think. For people judge the outside. They think one can penetrate from the outside to that which is secret. People pass judgment from what they see and draw further conclusions and want to perceive more of the inside in order to be able to go on reasoning. Now, at the Mishnah, encouraged by intoxication, heated to excitement by wine, arises a general discussion about women. This is literally so on one level, if on the other the discussion is about the best way in development, the best way in research, the safest theory, the best policy. Briefly, the best system to organize life in this world of development. Ancient tradition has it that the princes of Persia firmly held that their wives were by far the most attractive, that the princes of Media held the same opinion of their women. Hence, there were ever so many views. How could it be otherwise in a world of Medes and Persians, a world of the 400, a world of multiplicity? Till the moment Ahasuerus himself interfered, saying that his consort, Vashti, was best of all in this world. The consort of the king who fixes the natural laws, the daughter of the destroyer of the temple, and herself the woman who thwarted the rebuilding of the temple. What can be better and more attractive to this world? She was sure to possess all that implied the acme of delight in this world. For was not Vashti the mightiest and most beautiful? The world agrees, but it wants to see everything with its own eyes, wants to examine everything for itself. It is normal. It pertains to this world. The intoxication has brought it along. People absolutely believe in the phantom, which presents itself to the observation. They think it is reality. In ebriety, people call transient things real. They mean it absolutely. All this happens on the 7th day of the feast of that general meal in Shushan. The world believes in observation and in observation alone, and the world now demands to see and know for sure. Enthusiastic with the fullness of the wine, Ahasuerus sends the 7 belonging to his inner circle to Queen Vashti to demand her showing herself in her nakedness, but crowned with the regal crown, and goblet in hand, to the princes and to the world. Ahasuerus himself believes this to be the best and most adequate way to prove once and for all that his female side, expressing natural law outwardly, is able to rule the world with him as the king. Investigation, if only people would penetrate to the core of things, was sure to prove that the woman Vashti was superior, that the way of development was to be preferred above all others. The world of development is unaware of the principle called mystery. To the world, everything is public, and anything not yet public should be revealed. Secrets do not exist in this world. It is the very half which alone is public. This world will not accept that everything has yet something else. It does not fit in with its world image. It would merely destroy the dream, the intoxication. A climax is on hand. By investigation of all phenomena, honest and penetrating investigation, relentless investigation, unyielding for anything sacrosanct, this world will prove that she is the best, the most intelligent, the most alluring. Why should anything be concealed? If anybody wants to know the truth, he may investigate. Whatever conceals itself is untrue, shady, unsocial. Why should not Vashti make her appearance as she really is, freed from layers grown from traditions, from credulity, from stupidity? Why should Vashti have anything to hide? This is literally what happens on one level, if on the other people reason in this way. Led by Ahasuerus, the lord of this world, people penetrate to the core of things. They now see it possible to reach this core. The meal, the meeting place of events, reaches a climax. The intoxication heats people. They are getting impatient. Ancient tradition has it that God, not mentioned in the story of Esther, but in tradition naturally seen and known to be very near, sends an angel to the seven of the inner circle of Ahasuerus to infuse passion in the manner in which they will approach Vashti. The seven, the fullness of the world of the seventh day, which is manifesting there now, will together execute the will of the king. But this time they will execute their mission in a hurried, tense, and excited manner. Ancient tradition has it that the third of the seven, Harbona, is identical with the prophet Eliah. So one of the seven is the messenger, the harbinger of the Messiah. What is going to happen now points to redemption. The neshama heralds her presence. Whenever the point is reached in individual man that he will demonstrate that with his personal Vashti and sends the seven to make her appear for close investigation, then the seven have that about them which will bring about the great crisis. A hitch in natural law. Vashti refuses to come. All of a sudden, things do not pass according to natural law. For as ancient tradition rightly states, Vashti was decidedly not against showing her nakedness. It was her nature to show off, display her charms, to have outward appearance make the decision in everything. She was beautiful. She was one of the four most beautiful women of all times, and it would have given her satisfaction if she could have shown herself in all her beauty. What would the phenomenal side of natural laws have to conceal? The laws are true. They have a wonderful structure. They form a particular coherence. They are valid on every level. They rule the world. What is there as powerful and fascinating as this law of growth, of development, of action and reaction? It is what mankind has been in search of, and now that it has got it, it is proud of it. Mankind is perfectly willing to show itself in it. Anyone who has individually reached the point where he has achieved something grand in the world of development is eager to disclose the fact. Whether it is a question of records, scientific prizes, titles, social positions, political status, etc., they are things one is proud of and naturally does not want to keep secret. In this world of Ahasuerus, the word secret, in fact, sounds very annoying, as if there were something to be hidden. Yet, Vashti refuses. Tsoraäth. There is an incentive. Ancient tradition has it that Vashti had Tsoraäth. It is generally translated as leprosy or skin eruption. The word, however, implies a great deal more. It means that the whole physical appearance is diseased, that man, as he appears here, in fact, is diseased. What is more, it is a disease which is felt as shame. It is also a disease which is contagious. The word Tsoraäth is connected with the concepts as form to form, sorrow, oppression. In fact, from this point of view, everybody, every formation is related to this disease. Anything that has become a body, that has found expression in the exterior, that shows being in exile, is ill in that sense. Embodiment is contagious. It causes further embodiment. Man in the proper sense is ashamed of his body as such. What business has he with it? What business has he as a human being with digestion, with hormones, sweat, urine, feces, hiccups, phlegm? What business has he with nails, hair, skin flakes, and blood vessels, fat, clinical thermometers, blood pressure meters, stethoscopes, laryngoscopes? Is not all of it humiliating to man, to the image of God? What is he to do with that body? It oppresses him like a disease. It is his Tsoraäth. If his humaneness predominates, he will be able to keep the body discreetly in the background. He never mentions it. It is there. It is his companion in this world of exile, of formation. It is because of this body that he can appear here at all. It is the ass on which he can ride here, the ass that carries him. But when his humanness has lost its bearings, humaneness has lost its bearings. When the body gets alarmed, it starts making itself felt. High blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, neurosis. And it is then that there is the unpleasant Tsoraäth, the fluid, noisome, ghastly Tsoraäth. Tsoraäth is a phenomenon of the exile. It is the disease of exile itself, the status of being exiled from God. It is the disease which man in the exile carries with him as his physical appearance.